Hello and welcome to Ferris Sports Update. I'm your host, Rob Bentley, and thanks for tuning in. On today's show, we'll update you on Ferris State men's and women's basketball, and we'll check in with Bulldog hockey as they return to home ice and back to competition this past weekend. We'll start first, though, with Bulldog basketball, and joined on the men's side by head coach Andy Bronkema. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Robert.
I know, nice to be back at home. 4 games here in a row on the road, and a long trip to the Upper Peninsula this past weekend.
Yeah, that's always a tough trip, but it's a fun trip. And those schools have great history, and they're tough places to play. So, it's enjoyable to go up there and try to compete. And we got the split and heading back home.
Obviously, only 4 games left here in the regular season. Hard to believe we're reaching that time of the year, but nice to still be playing for something here at this time of the season.
Yeah, a lot of things still available. Pretty jumbled mess in the standings, so you could flex as high as, I guess, mathematically still number 1, and probably as low as 7. So there's a lot to play for, as there always is, but you really want to just continue to get better in these last few weeks so that you're peaking at the right time.
As we go to the highlights this past weekend, we'll start with the game on Thursday at Michigan Tech, and obviously coming into the weekend, the top 4 teams all playing each other here over the course of the weekend.
Yeah, so it was a big weekend, and Michigan Tech came out the big winner, going 2-0 at home. And I thought we played really well on defense, and some shots didn't fall for us that we needed to fall to put some real pressure on them. But Michigan Tech, pretty talented team. When they played us here, they edged us in overtime, and Marcus had 45 points, pretty outstanding performance, likely MVP of the league. And, we put some more resources on him in this game, and he had 11 rebounds, 6 assists, and his teammates stepped up big. So Michigan Tech's a really good team, and I hope we get a chance to try to play him again.
Stepping up, Owen Hardy right there with that last basket. I had a great weekend for you here in the UP.
Well, it goes to show you what, some focus and some, intensity in practice does, because he's been practicing good for about 2 weeks in a row, and he's earned himself some playing time. So great job moving on dribble penetration there, finishing with a dunk. Owen's a high motor guy, and he was big for us all week.
Obviously, very close back and forth first half, and as we'll see, it's going to be an even game here at halftime.
Yeah, we get, some of these clips you see us giving up some transition points, which, is a credit to Michigan Tech, but it's also, we got to sprint back, fortify our defense. Can't give up those easy ones, especially when points are at a premium. This late in the year, teams know each other, and just even fighting through that, that's not really a screen. We got to fight through that with a little strength and defend the rim a little bit better. But down the stretch, they hit some big threes. A little strong side help there. They knocked down a 3. We missed a few shots. We give up middle penetration. They kick for a 3 there. So those players stepping up for them, they got a really good team, and a lot of those guys coming back next year too. So one more pass, and our second and third efforts there on our rotations non-existent. So even getting through that back screen, just a little off on some of these plays that we needed to make, and then had to see a couple shots fall, and maybe we can pull this one out. But Michigan Tech's a really good team.
Obviously, you fall just short in that one, and I know not a lot of time to really regroup. Had another tough opponent coming up on Saturday in Northern Michigan.
Yeah, and they're in their new arena, and it's definitely the best atmosphere we've ever played in at Northern Michigan. So the crowd was loud, the atmosphere was exciting, and the game was intense. So against Northern Michigan, we made a lot of the shots that we missed against Michigan Tech, and I thought maybe if there was a difference, we played just a little bit more emotionally tied together. And when you do that, you lift the spirits of a lot of other people on your team, and you're not just in your own silo. But you saw Ethan make a couple big shots here early, and that lifts everybody up, knowing that he's going to get it going and end up with 31 points, a huge game for us. But again, Northern Michigan, they're kind of known for running a bunch of different sets and spreading you out and really challenge you. And they put Dudek back into the lineup, I don't know, about 6-8 games ago. He's a veteran, can stretch the floor, and then that puts Kuehl at the 3. Nice move by Nate, taking advantage of the mismatch there. But when Kuehl's at the 3, that's a hard matchup problem, and he had a big game too.
Obviously, kind of back and forth here in this first half. You guys take the advantage here, and they'll come back in the second half and eventually take the lead, but you guys were able to rally and respond.
Yeah, I think they got up 6, and that last play there was Donnie Brown-Boyd. He's back off injury, and we're working him back into things, but it's great to see him hit that big 3 for us, and and get going again for us, because he was a big recruit for us and a big-time player. So having him healthy enough to play is a big deal. But losing that lead and then the crowd going crazy and having to call a timeout and then coming back from it and regaining the lead and closing the game out was a big thing for us.
Obviously down the stretch you got some big baskets from Reese Hazelton, one of those seniors that played some great basketball here down the stretch in this game.
Yeah, you see the attention that Ethan gets, and then he can become a playmaker, hitting other people, that are open. And like this play right here, I mean that's just a simple little horns cross action, and Ethan making a big play. But here he is drawing two defenders. There's not a guy within 12 feet of Reese, and he knocks it down. And if that shot doesn't go in, it's a different ball game. So he made some big plays. There's Owen making a free throw line jumper, and credit to him again. I mentioned it before, but he's been working on that jumper. It's not probably his bread and butter, but he's been working on it, and he knocked down a huge one. So the credit goes to guys that are working, continue to work, and they're ready when their number's called.
How important was that win? Obviously, they're all important from here on this point forward, but really to get some momentum going into these final four games.
Yeah, I think it was really important. It's important for our guys to know that, the league is the league. It's a tough league. It's a league where Texan #1 and the last place team beat them. So anybody can beat anybody. That's the level of talented players and schemes and coaches that we have in the league. So just to understand that our system isn't broken. What we do is what we do. Believe in it and execute, and they did. And I think it's going to help us in the next four games.
Obviously, the final two games at home of the regular season this week as you take on Purdue Northwest on Thursday night and in Parkside on Saturday, and a chance to celebrate your senior class coming up on Saturday.
Yeah, good. It'll be good to be back at home, because the first time through the conference it was 7 home games, 3 road, and then it flipped. So back at home is going to be very important for us to play in front of the fans, and then hopefully we can earn another home game in the GLIAC tournament. We're really trying for that. We'll need a little help if we're going to come out on top, but we want that home game. And to honor the seniors, that's a tradition that every team does. It was senior day for Northern up there, so it was an emotional day for them and their seniors, and they got a good group of seniors for sure. But our seniors are very decorated and very accomplished and have given everything to the program, but they got more to give.
Obviously Thursday night to start off with Purdue Northwest, red out event in support of women's heart health and a great cause that's been going on for many years.
Yeah, wear your red, come out to the game. It's one of your last 2 or 3 chances to see the team this year, and just want to fill up Wink Arena and get that atmosphere, because that helps us so much. And just looking to continue momentum, continue to get better, enjoy every moment with the seniors and this group of guys. And Purdue Northwest just scored 100 in their last game. They're offensively very, very talented, right up and down through their roster, and they really like to play with a high pace. So it'll be an up and down game. It'll be exciting.
Well, Coach, thanks for the time. Congrats on the win, and we'll talk to you again coming up soon.
All right, thanks, Robert.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.